Hey y'all, it's Tuesday. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon and it's really pretty outside right now. And I've been doing some piddling in the garden and I thought I would do just a quick video to say hey and show y'all what I've been doing. So this is a really pretty time of day. I have put 4 Lemandra breeze grasses. I just gave this one a haircut because it had tons of like brown blades. So I put 4 Lemandra breeze grasses in a line right here, just in this section. So these are gonna get really full and super showy. And I actually think I'm not gonna move these. I feel like this is the right spot for them. Hey, Dad.
Hey, babe.
Have a good walk.
Thanks.
Okay, my dad goes on walks in the afternoon. He's really sweet. All right, so I actually think I feel really good about these grasses being just in this area from the camellias to the crepe myrtle. Of course, I could change my mind anytime, but I really feel good about that because I think that the grass is going to be a really great texture with the rest of the green, with the boxwoods and the abelia. You may notice that I've added some Florida Sunshine Anise, A-N-I-S-E. I don't know how you say it, anise or anise, not sure. But it's super bright yellow and I love it. So that's one, then that one. And they can take some sun. So these get a decent amount of sun. So I added the boxwood into that container today, as well as that one into the ground from over on this side. Something was just not right, and so when that happens, I look at it and I just have to keep moving stuff until I feel happy. So I like all the boxwoods. Let's see what else. So that Distilleum that I bought at a 50% discount is doing so good. And it is putting on some growth. Look how pretty that is. Look at these like blush colored leaves. It's gonna bloom. And then I have another vintage jade Distilleum right back there and one blue cascade right here. So obviously the blue cascade has a blue color to the leaf and the vintage jade has got more traditional green. But I only had one blue cascade, so I just stuck it over here with these vintage jades. And that's a Japanese yew topiary and a boxwood in a container that I just put in that container today. These Wiegela that I got at 50% off discount are putting on some green. That one's got a little bit of green in the middle that you really can't see, but look at that. Gray owl juniper is a real standout plant. I love gray owl juniper. We had the gray owl juniper where these 4 grasses are. And the other day I was out here and it occurred to me that I felt like the gray owl juniper was what was missing in this side. I had lots of boxwoods and lots of abelia. Let me get to a better vantage point so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. The heuchera I finally got in. That is a red fury. Look at that. Okay, this is a peach parfait. So you're gonna have that really deep red with a more pinky veiny look. I mean, it's got almost like a icy silver quality. Anyway, in this bed over here, I had just put a bunch of boxwoods and a bunch of abelia. And so I was just studying it and not sure what was missing. So I got my gray owl juniper and I put 3 of them in this bed. I mean, it's sort of like all the same big bed, but I kind of have it in my mind in sections. Like, that's one section up to the crepe myrtle, and then from the crepe myrtle, it just kind of feels like another section. Okay. So 3 pinky winky hydrangeas, or either quick fire hydrangeas. I'm not sure what they are, along that tree line. And then I have some azaleas, Encores, in kind of a ring around the pine tree. They're really sparse right now because they have been through hell and back with me, but as soon as the blooms stop, I will cut it, just give it like a haircut, which will produce new green leaves, which will then hopefully make it look just a whole lot better. Let's see, this one's got some new growth, which is very exciting. This one actually is a different bloom. So this, I believe, is an autumn twist. On the same plant, you get that bloom and this bloom. So that's an autumn twist, also an encore. This is an autumn carnation. So autumn carnation, autumn twist, autumn carnation, autumn carnation, Francis Mason abelia in the back that right now I plan on just letting go wild. So I feel like there's still some work to be done over in this section. I ended up putting 2 of my Cryptomeria japonica globosas next to each other right here in front of Carl, who has been putting on some new growth, but he is looking pretty sparse. Okay, so I've got 2 of the Cryptomeria japonicas, and then back here there are 3 white wedding hydrangeas. Wait a minute. No, that is an Anthony Waterer spirea that I bought from Wilson Bros Gardens or Nursery. Wilson Bros, they're in Georgia, and they have a website. And I went on there and I bought this Anthony Waterer spirea because I had some at my other house, and I, for some reason, didn't think I cared to bring them over here, which was a huge mistake. So I decided to get myself another one. And here there are 3 white wedding hydrangeas. So the white wedding hydrangeas kind of remind me of a limelight hydrangea with the bloom, but the bloom is like pure white. It has this just amazingly long lasting bloom. And it blooms late in the season, same as a limelight hydrangea. So here they tend to bloom in July. But last year I had these white wedding hydrangeas over on the south facing side of the house, and I kid you not, like I walked by them for what seemed like 2 months, and every time I walked by they had the most beautiful white round blooms on them. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So they don't have any green on them yet, but I'm real excited because stuff is starting to get some green. Okay, now that is my little Sonic Bloom Wiegela that, I mean, it has just been a major trooper because I left it in its container for like 2 months after I got it, and I mean it was on the brink of death, and I think there is just a little more life in it. So I have some Wiegela in the back here. Just gonna be really, really excited to see what things look like in the spring, because this is like the first spring that I'll be in this house that I'm not just kind of feeling crazy and out of sorts from moving. Now I guess I'll be crazy and out of sorts from starting a nursery, but starting the nursery process has been much more pleasant, believe it or not, than the moving process. So I feel like I'm in a better place than I was last spring to be able to sort of concentrate more on the plants. So we've got some stuff going on at the nursery on the property. I'm going to keep y'all informed and updated with some videos as things progress. But this was just a little video to say hi, and I hope y'all are having a great week. And I will talk to y'all soon.